All right, YouTube, good morning. Another beautiful day, another beautiful morning. All right, I must mention that, YouTube. Welcome back to the Must Beta YouTube channel. After a month of vacationing, a month of enjoyment, a month of winnings back to back, I have finally decided that, you know what, it's right that I get back to YouTube and serve you as I've always done. All right? Now, if I'm to give you a reason as to why I haven't uploaded a video on YouTube, then I will be lying. But the reality of the matter is that sometime last month, in the month of October, all right, things happened, all right? And YouTube, all right, by mistake, because one of you was ill-mannered and decided to report a few of my videos, gave me copyright strikes. I wasn't able to upload for quite some time. I appealed, and the process was solved. But I told myself, I am the Must Beta, all right? Instead of sitting around crying, weeping like a baby, my life has to move on, all right? So I decided to venture into other things, which, unfortunately, YouTube, I have found to be more valuable, more profitable, more fun, and that is why I ended up extending the break into 1 month. I think it's now 1 month plus a few days. But no worries, YouTube, all right? After proper consideration, after nights of thinking about you, my friend, about you, my brother, about you, my sister, I have made the decision to resume posting videos on YouTube, all right? And I'm doing that because I love you and I want you to see you winning. So if you're watching Must Beta for the first time, round of applause. You found the right channel, you found the right place to be, and I want you, as this says, there is this, subscribe to Real Must Beta on YouTube, football prediction and betting tips today. Welcome to the Real Must Beta channel. As the instructions below indicate, I want you to subscribe. I want you to turn on notifications, like the video, and prepare yourself for an amazing ride to get an entertaining, not just an entertaining, but a ride filled with winnings, all right? So YouTube, that is the reason why I ended up not posting. And I believe that you would understand, all right? Now, today we have the Champions League. I think I've picked the perfect day to be back. And we also have the England, it's Champions League and what's the other name? England Championship matches, all right? So, because it's my first day back, all right? Recently I've developed a way of baiting YouTube that is different. And I think you're going to have to witness it. Those of you who have been following me on IG, you know exactly what I'm talking about, all right? I have switched from the random beta and I have embraced this kind of betting where it's more on singles, all right? It doesn't mean I'll stop betting on accumulators and arcas. I still do that. And I remember last weekend, that was Saturday, I was able to get a few accumulator odds winning, 4 odds, 5 odds from certain VIPs, all right? Which I'll mention as time progresses. But in this video today, YouTube, pay close attention. I have 11 odds, I have 8.18 odds, I have 2.84 odds. These are odds that I have analyzed on my own, right? And I want us YouTube, all right? Don't worry, you'll get the analysis later. These are my predictions for the Champions League matches playing today, right? The Champions League matches playing today. These are the Must Beta predictions. Champions League. And I want us to go through them one by one, right? The very first game is Ajax Benfica. I look at this game and my prediction, YouTube, is over 2.5 goals. The odd is 1.78. Then we have Galatasaray versus Royale Union St. Gilles. Galatasaray win or draw is a selection I love, all right? And then Galatasaray win the game at an odd of 1.737 is a selection I love. But between these two selections, if you had to ask me Must Beta, which of the two selections is more solid? Must Beta, which of the two selections promises guaranteed returns? Unfortunately, there is no guaranteed returns in betting, so I have to withdraw that statement back, all right? So there is no guaranteed returns. But between these two selections, which one of them is safer, all right? One or X is beta, all right? Then you have Bodo Glimt versus Juventus. Juventus win or draw. Borussia Dortmund versus Villarreal. Dortmund win the game. An odd of 1.899. I love this very selection, right? This is one of the games where, if you to ask me today, must bet under the Champions League matches, which of the games are you betting on? Are you backing to easily be able to get a win? Borussia Dortmund is the very team. Then we have Chelsea, Barcelona. The reason why this is on the left side, the tip is on the left side, is because at the end of the day, it's a game whereby the odds are not appealing. You go through the odds for double chance. I mean, both teams to score, we have 1.34. Over 2.5 goals in the game, we have 1.34. So I don't love the odds for this game, right? So Chelsea, Barcelona, if you to ask me, I think Barcelona is going to be in a position to get at least a draw. And I don't fancy the game. That is why it's on the left side, right? This is the left side of my prediction. And then you have Manchester City coming up against Bayer Leverkusen. Manchester City win the game, odd 1.22. Napoli, Karabag, I love this selection. Over 2.5 goals, all right? It is the only game under Champions League where, all right, the other one I said was Sporting versus Ajax. Sporting versus Ajax, right? Ajax, it's Ajax versus Benfica. Ajax versus Benfica game. Apart from this game, Ajax versus Benfica, right? The next match where I'm backing over 2.5 is Napoli versus Karabag, all right? Then we have Olympique Marseille versus Newcastle United. I was kind of torn. Should I be backing double chance? Should I be backing over 1.5? But at the end of the day, YouTube, I want to believe that both of them have the best capabilities of winning, right? Over 1.5 has a capability of winning. Double chance has a capability of winning, all right? And then you have Slavia Praha versus Athletic Club, right? Interesting game, interesting fixture. And the prediction is over 1.5 goals. Odd is 1.27. So those are my predictions for the 9 Champions League matches playing today. And I hope that they're going to help you make your decisions today, YouTube. All right? So use them to make informed decisions. And I wish you nothing but success. So YouTube, having gone through our first section whereby we're having a look at the Champions League matches, let us now proceed to the next section where we have the England Championship. All right? We have the England Championship matches coming up next, all right? And these are the predictions. Hull City versus Ipswich. Hull City win or draw. The odd is 1.197, all right? Middlesbrough versus Coventry City. Coventry City win or draw. The odd is 1.41. Norwich City versus Oxford United. Appealing selection. Double chance on Oxford City, on Oxford United at an odd of 1.81. Oxford win or a draw to occur, the odd is 1.89. As I was going through the analysis, I know you're going to get some beliefs, all right? You're going to get certain points that might convince you that Norwich City is in a position to win the game. I will not blame you if you back Norwich City a double chance, all right? Norwich City or a double chance to occur. But personally, based on my analysis, I believe that Oxford United is going to pull some kind of Cameroon results versus Brazil results that we witnessed in the World Cup, all right? Then we have Stoke City versus Charlton Athletic. Let me pause for a second. I love the selection. Honestly speaking, so that you know, just so you know, all right? Stoke City versus Charlton Athletic. I'm expecting over 2.5 goals, but because I lack the balls to lead you into the over 2.5 goals market, I have decided to hide around the over 2 goal market at an odd of 1.51 YouTube. However, no need to worry. Then you have Swansea City versus Derby County. An interesting game. I have been following Derby matches, and recently coming into this game, not just recently, right? Derby is one team that will always perform when you don't expect them to perform. However, in this game, I'm expecting at least a draw, or if things are to be tight, 2-2 draw is possible, or a 1-2 victory in favor of Derby. So this is another selection. Swansea City versus Derby is another selection YouTube, where I fancy Derby County win or draw to be a perfect game, all right? Then you have Watford playing Preston North. Watford win or draw at another 1.24. And finally, Southampton playing Leicester. This was over 1.5 goals. I kind of got tired of the championship matches at this very point because I realized, right, there is no clear winner in these games. At the end of the day, it's all about My handwriting sucks, right? My handwriting is pathetic. I'm trying to give you the very best writing, so let us try writing it again. Southampton versus Leicester over, right? I want to write cutely, but at the end of the day, YouTube, we're not in a handwriting class, right? When I was growing up, I think that was when I was 4 years old, 5 years old. We used to have a class session where we were being taught how to write properly. And those who did not know how to write were punished. You had to rewrite the same sentence over and over and over again until you got it right. So Southampton versus Leicester over 1.5 goals, odd is 1.22. Now, those are my predictions, YouTube, for the England Championship matches. And the only thing I've done at this point, all right, these are the games I'm now betting on YouTube. The 7 matches you see are games from Champions League, all right? The 4 matches you see, the 11 matches you see, that is 7 games, right? The 11 odds you see, that is the 7 games, are matches from England Championship. And then the 4 matches you see, games from Champions League. The last 3 matches you see, games from Champions League. And so let us get rolling, all right? I was really glad yesterday night as I was prepping to prepare these predictions, I came across a fancy, wonderful corner market, which of course I will be dropping a betting strategy of the very same. How I was able to achieve that later inside the Must Better YouTube channel. I want you to be tuned in. Let us begin with the Champions League predictions. Slavia Praha versus Athletic Bilbao over 1.5 goals. Odd is 1.27. Marseille playing Newcastle United. Newcastle United win or draw. The odd is 1.462. Right. Napoli playing Karabag over 2.5 goals. The odd is 1.53. That is my first selection for today. Odd is 2.84. Made up of 3 games. In our second bet slip today, YouTube, we have Ajax versus Benfica over 2.5 goals. The odd is 1.793. Galatasaray versus Royal Union St. Gilos. Right? Galatasaray win. Bodo Glimt versus Juventus. Juventus win or draw. Dortmund versus Villarreal. Dortmund win the game. The odd is 1.899. So let us take a moment and pause for a while, all right? After this, I'm going to be having 3 games where I will be staking singly, and I'm going to be considering them for the high stake and for my betting bankroll, the one I've been doing mostly using SofaScore, right? And so the one of the games where I'm going to be selecting YouTube, we're going to be having the game Dortmund win. Dortmund to win, all right? Dortmund win the game at an odd of 1.899 is one of the selections. Ajax versus Benfica over 2.5 goals, all right, is another selection. So these are the 2 selections I will be picking from this particular chamber or for this particular block, all right? Ajax Benfica over 2.5 goals. These are going to be my personal plays for today, all right? It takes a lot of balls to share your personal plays. Now, YouTube, the last bet slip that we have today is going to be England Championship. Hull City Ipswich. Ipswich win or draw. Middlesbrough Coventry City. Coventry City win or draw. Norwich Oxford. Oxford win or draw. Stoke City Charlton. Alright? And as I go through the Stoke City Charlton game, I believe Stoke City versus Charlton is another one I will be selecting for my individual plays today. Stoke City versus Charlton. This is another perfect one that I will be selecting for my personal plays today at an odd of over 2 goals. Yeah. Perfect. And then we have Swansea versus Derby. Swansea versus Derby is another game that I will be selecting YouTube for my personal plays. Derby, win or draw. Draw or 2, right? On Derby side. And then we have Watford versus Preston. Watford win or draw. Southampton versus Leicester. Leicester versus Southampton to deliver over 1.5 goals. As you all know, there are 7 games giving us 11.115 odds. Now, this is the most interesting part, a part where I want you to listen and pay close attention. This is not a guarantee that these matches are going to be winning, all right? Just because Masked Beta is sharing them YouTube, I want you to pay close attention. It doesn't guarantee that these matches are going to be winning 100% of the time. However, what you can tell yourself is that they are perfectly analyzed, right? Done with love, right? I love using the word love because I love my game. This is my job, right? And done with passion and done with the aim of profitability in mind. So when you follow these predictions YouTube and you follow them as a reasonable better, right? Then please be assured that you will be able to achieve immaculate, wonderful set of results. Immaculate, wonderful set of results. So YouTube, that being said, YouTube, I think it's now come to the point whereby I have to bid you goodbye. And in case you didn't love the new video, I'm really sorry. There is nothing much you can do, all right? You just have to hope that Masked Beta finds it within himself to adapt to the style that you really love, all right? In the meantime, YouTube, I want to tell you, join us inside Telegram. There's a link in the pinned comment section. And if you haven't followed Masked Beta on Instagram, then this is the time to proceed and follow Masked Beta on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @real Masked Beta, all right? @real Masked Beta. @real Masked Beta, all right? I have a following of, I think, 11.2K. So go follow me, all right? I won't be posting the link. The only link you'll get in the comment section is a link to proceed and watch this very video, all right? Some of you have been asking me, Masked Beta, am I supposed to watch this video? Am I still supposed to be using this strategy? Yes, you should be using the strategy. There is a link in the pinned comment section. Take your time, watch the video, and both paths, I believe, will be able to deliver you the winning you're seeking. Path A, Path B. It has also been brought to my attention that Path A is currently dormant, right? So Path B is the currently working path. Do not worry, use Path B in the meantime, and I really hope that Path B will be able to deliver you the winnings you're seeking. The video will be available in the pinned comment section, right? So please proceed and do that. With that being said, YouTube, I hope that my return will do you more good than harm. And if you think my return will do you more good than harm, please let me know in the comment section so that the next time I know what to provide you. In the meantime, prepare for plenty betting strategy videos, for it is my aim. In the next 30 days, before we actually get into the Christmas session, right? Or into the peak of Christmas, you will be profitable. That is my aim. So prepare yourself. And I want to tell you one thing. As Donald Trump once said, all right? Donald Trump, he once said the following. You will be winning so much, all right? You're going to win so much until you might even get tired of winning. And you'll be saying, please, please, Masked Beta, it's too much winning. I can't keep on taking it anymore, all right? And I'll say, no, relax. We haven't won anymore. We haven't won much. I'm forgetting the terminologies, but anyway, YouTube, I believe that was perfect, all right? And see you tomorrow. Join us inside Telegram. And don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn on notifications if you think I was amazing. Bye-bye.